Good evening, my friends. It's Friday evening, Friday the 12th of August, so it will be posted in the morning because it's 10 o'clock right now, so by 10:30 I will be probably done. For entertainment only, so I don't want to have any problems because I will be touching some subjects that are risky, so as a psychic I think I can get away with answering. Tomorrow, August 13, I will have a reading, a Skype reading or Zoom, whatever, with Linda G. Comanche on her channel, so please watch for her information. I will try to post mine as well. And it will be 6 p.m. my time, Mountain time, and 5 p.m. Linda's time because she is in California. Okay, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are already separated since Monday, so 3 weeks exactly after getting married. And I predict that they wouldn't have enough time for each other, and I had that dream about 2 weeks ago or something like that, so I was talking that I'm not seeing him being able to give up maybe his bad habit. I don't know. That's what was in the dream. As for entertainment only, I would say a joke about Pennsylvania Democratic nominee for Senate 2022. He is going against Dr. Ozum or whatever, so you can take a better look at him. But his name is Fatterman, and he's changing the name for the time of elections for Betterman. His ads are hilarious. What a sense of humor this guy has, and he's winning with that sense of humor all the time. Dr. Oz is getting smaller and smaller because of the big guy, Betterman, no, not Federman. And I will be answering your questions. Thank you so much for your comments, for your likes, for your questions, for subscribing, because I noticed a lot of new subscribers. So I see pictures as an answers, and Wednesday when Cheryl is with me, I can be myself, and tomorrow with Linda, I can show you how I'm doing, but otherwise I'm reading your question, writing them, and then answering. So Ami 1, and so many others write saying that he had nuclear systems in his safe, and I predicted that on Wednesday. Thank you, because so many was noticing that I said that, and I think that they confiscated some telephone, and I was saying that he will have some hidden telephones. Talking about hidden places, today I went for the test to check my aortas, and I was bored to death because you have to lay down on one side, and she is, moving that instrument. Now, music, nothing, kind of dark. So I thought, where is he hiding those things? Because I still feel that he has far more than the FBI was able to recover. I think in every of his places that are his places, like the golf clubs, he has a mention on every of those places. And he has hidden places. So when I wanted to see how they look like. And I saw, well, that's what I imagined myself, how my two great aunts look like, because my great-grandmother came to USA and she changed her name from Rom, which is Gypsy's name, to Romanov. And her two youngest sisters follow her a couple years later. They were single. And they did the same thing. They added few letters on the ticket when they were coming to USA, and they both were Romanov, royal family from Russia, Tsars. And those two ladies married very wealthy guys who were bootleggers. And somehow in my imagination, I thought that they have beautiful houses in Chicago. And apparently they were connected, those two houses were connected through the channel. And when I was laying, I thought, ooh, those mansions that Trump has probably have some of those hidden channels under the ground that no one knows, because that was a huge secret. To this day, they are still searching for those channels in Chicago and New York. So who will say that he didn't have them on his properties? And one place I thought that it looks like, you have few steps to the ground to go to the basement. So it's like walking basement, but then there is a spot that for throwing coal or potatoes, whatever, for the winter. And I thought, oh, he will never go to a place like that. But who knows? What he will do for money, we don't know. And so that's what I have seen. AAS, SSS, that's a questionnaire. Trump is being criminally investigated for violating the Espionage Act. What do you think will happen to him about this? And I saw him being broken, like a guy who is showing empty pockets. So eventually I think he will have to repay all the money that he got from different countries, and he probably will get broken. Oh, I forgot about cards. So I will pull 3 cards to see what the cards are saying, as I always do. He will be outsider. Oh, he will run outside of the country. He will be feeling very lonely, and the whole world will know about him. Whole world will be looking for him or trying to find him. In December 1st, I did that video November 30, 2017, but it was posted December 1st. And you can find that under the name, you type Psychic Violetta, Spy in the White House. I remember I was so scared because it was just beginning, couple months since I started doing videos, and Leszek had not easy questions, and he had to cut off because I rebelled for a moment, and he said, "You are psychic, you have to say what you see." So he forced me to be open about my visions, and I saw 2 spies. You can watch that video because I didn't cancel any of the videos. Leszek hid one about his trip to Peru, but otherwise I didn't hide any of my predictions. They are all there. So today I watched that video, and I was saying that there is 2 chairs that are taken for those spies. And now, many years later, I think the second one is Jared. the $2 billion he didn't got for beautiful eyes. And Trump is not the guy who will be sitting and reading those scripts, those letters, those documents. Jared, on the other hand, he is the guy who was focused to be informed about everything. And apparently, Trump was saying that he doesn't like to read anything from computer because he's old-fashioned guy. And so he asked about everything that they were sending him emails related to educating him about situations. He was asking always to do, and that's what I heard today, that he will, or maybe yesterday my Cohen was saying. So he was asking for copy of everything. The originals were on computer, but he had everything as a copy. And he was taking them for Jarek to go through it. And then it was like investing money for the future. They were related to Macron, some information, and Roger Stone. When I heard those, Roger Stone especially, when I heard his name, I thought, he has something on Trump, and Trump has something on him. So that will be interesting when we will learn more about those, why Trump was holding to that information about Roger Stone. Because, he wanted Roger to be on the short leash. And that was my psychic feeling when I was hearing that. And maybe for Macron, he wanted maybe some blackmail him or let Putin to blackmail Macron. So there was something. What was about Macron? Why he was holding to those information about Macron? Macron is French president. His relationship with someone, because this is being in some relationship about cheating and someone leaving. Very, very interesting, but we might learn eventually. The history will start telling us more stories, so we have to be patient. And why he's holding information about Roger Stone. I bet Roger Stone was as bad as, well, he lost his career as politician in late 90s because he was doing the very social parties, naked parties. So somehow it didn't work out for him to be a Republican politician, and they dismissed him. So Trump knows something about that. And maybe Roger Stone knows something about Trump and Epstein. So Trump has something on Roger Stone. He is thinking about using that in case, and maybe it was something related to Russia. Well, that's just reading cards. So I can do that. Jen Reynolds wrote on comments section that Kushner even was made a prince in Saudi Arabia. I know, I heard that. And they nominated him to be a prince. They gave him $2 billion. What's going on with Kushner? That's the clue. I saw for a moment that Khashoggi being involved with something with Kushner. He knew something about Kushner as for the news. He wanted to say something. He was working for Washington Post, if I remember. So he has some article about Kushner ready. And that's the reason he lost his life. Oh, I'm sorry. King of Love. He is protecting himself, and he wants to be a big star, Kushner. But it says, oh, that's the vision that I had, like someone is shooting in the knee first, Khashoggi. So that was like they were first probably torturing him. I'm sorry, it's very scary for me to say those things. Lupe Avila. Do they find them, those hidden places? So I was already talking about this. Most of those houses, they are 180 years old, much older, like 120 years old, those mansions, those golf clubs with the mansion inside them. So yeah, I think eventually they will be looking for more places where he hid the goodies. Bernadette Guiviera. Is FBI ever going to find those hidden places? The same kind of question as Lupe Avila. And follow the money. I saw some of his helper being in the fight after being drunk. Police arrested him, and somehow it will come out that he has money from Trump and he would like Trump to protect him. So, excuse me, fake alarm. But they will be able to follow the money because of that drunk guy. So it will be like follow the footstep on that. He is not big cranky, but he was probably the guy who was carrying the boxes to the places. I don't think Trump will ever reach for the box and carry anything. So it is it can be some of his bodyguards that was doing that kind of job for him. And Trump trusts his bodyguards, oh gosh. So they have to kind of have something on one of those bodyguards. And what was it was like some food, you remember, it's on the end of my tongue, but I can't catch it. His father and his son, they were bodyguards for Trump, and somehow Scaramucci is coming, but that's not the case. There was another, it was like a fishy thing from Italy, an Italian guy. So I think they will be following that guy. He knows more than we know. And that's what I was saying, that every day Trump, when he was informed about politics, he would take the copy. PC, when Trump loses everything, will his pre-nub money be taken from Melania? She married the money. If the money will be gone, there will be no money. There will be just forever happy ever after. I don't think she will. What will happen if Trump loses his money? Chain will break up, so she will feel free, angel of excitement. She will go with her family and she will travel on her own. I don't think she would like to be with a loser. So I will put the cards back and see what else is. Trump is complaining that he has moles in his environment. And there was even a flying plane above Mar-a-Lago, rats, so that they know that someone is giving informations. And so many of you are wondering if it's Melania. And yesterday I was doing private reading, and I was laughing to the guy that I was doing reading. I said, I wouldn't be surprised. She went to Mar-a-Lago and there was a Stormy Daniels story. You remember maybe that video? And I said that she was looking, she didn't go with Trump. It was very fresh story about Stormy Daniels. And she was supposed to go with Trump for some trip, and she didn't go. Instead of that, she went to Mar-a-Lago. And I saw her looking for a safe. She couldn't open the safe that time. So how nice it would be for her to ask the FBI to open the safe, that safe for her. That wouldn't be confiscated, but she will have rights to take that. And probably she went faster than Donald, because Donald was in New York testifying 440 times, taking fifth. Excuse me. So I think Trump and a lot of the group around him have the telephones tappet. So are they, if FBI and CIA aware what's going on with Trump's conversations and people around him? Oh yes, shaky tower. They know where the grass is. They know his problems when he is complaining that he's having battles. So he has to talk. He can't shut up. He needs to talk to someone when he is in dramatic situation. Drama king. That's Nancy Gosley, sorry. And thank you for the question. When Trump's Secret Services was given a few hours of heads up and scared warrant about to be served, did they remove the secret anything before that? I believe, and that was just pure kind of psychic intuition, Trump knew that sooner or later Mar-a-Lago is not the best hiding place. So he hid in those very important documents around his offshore businesses in completely different place. And so he was not worried about those documents that they will find. He thought, oh, they will eat this and then they will leave me alone. I hope they are not going to leave him alone. I hope they will be still searching for something more and making more places that, you know, he wouldn't be aware that they are going to visit. Just, we will see what the cards are saying. Cheating, cheating, cheating. The whole family, the friends, and what the goals are, what the plans they have. So, for sure, they are watching them and observing. And Trump and his group of people knew that they have to hide everything. Probably they are communicating with some kind of hidden messages, but It's not that hard to imagine what they are talking about. Ronnie B. Sorry. Why doesn't Biden just fire Chris Wray from FBI? He was Trump director. And there was one somehow stupid movie that the guy was sleeping with a gun and shot himself in the foot. I don't know why Biden is afraid that he will shoot himself in the foot. Maybe there will be more stories about his son, so he has to be quiet and let Ray to run his business. But it's beginning of new adventure, so eventually he will find someone to replace him, maybe. Because juggling, and it's very hard journey for both of them. So Ray can't go any higher. But something, yeah, if he will shoot himself, then there will be a lot of noise, a lot of informations coming. And Patty 1951, it appears to me that Alex Jones supported Putin. Will his confiscated text messages reveal that, and Alex Jones, along with some Stone, helped Trump communicate U.S. information to Putin or Russia oligarchs or some other country, and was he paid for doing that? And I saw Aurora Borealis on the sky. It will be very hard to trust Alex Jones, even for Putin, because he is kind of cuckoo. He don't know what he will say. I don't think Putin will be leaning towards him. And as long as he doesn't have anything on him, he will let him go. So I don't know if he was able to hire Alex Jones. At least I don't know. It's so unpredictable and rollable. Oh, yeah, I will pull 3 cards. I know my time is ending and my device is kind of... Yeah, he was cheater. Symbol of cheating for the money to fulfill his dreams. So there will be something that we will know what about his cheatings. I think that Putin will be afraid, but who knows? Maybe he wants everyone on this in USA ground and even in Canada probably to be on his side. So I have to prevent stroke and clean up arteries. I have to clean my cholesterol. So something like that, and it's prevent heart attacks and helping with losing weight. Olive oil, 1 tablespoon. Garlic, you chop the garlic, but you never eat garlic when it's fresh. Excuse me. Always leave for 10-15 minutes if you can. And I'm always putting a little bit salt, so it will let the enzymes go. Not too much, just tiny bit. Excuse me. Squeeze half lemon of juice to the glass. Cayenne pepper, a little bit, not too much, because it is, but it helps to speed up your metabolism. And about 1 tablespoon of honey. You can add a little bit water or hot water or tea if you have. Mix that first, olive oil and garlic mix, and then add those other lemon and cayenne pepper, and the last thing, honey. Drink this. I don't like to take it in the morning because nasty smell of garlic, so I'm preparing to give my husband the garlic in the evening and myself. Okay, we want to pray for safety, security, and the world peaceful place and healthy, and that people will love each other. Okay, take care of yourself. I love you guys, and see you tomorrow with Linda on her channel. Bye bye.